So I'm walking here in the graveyard, looking at the tombstones, and I'm sort of crying because I feel for the people who have lost their children. Now this one over here, this story over here is the Esso. Esso in Dollar des Ormeaux, right near Brunswick Boulevard. The woman of these children filled up gallons of gasoline and put it in the back seat of her car. The lady at the station apparently saw it but said nothing. She took off with the car, crossed the street. She spilled the gas on everything, threw a match, jumped out. She got saved, they all burned. Years later, she jumped off the bridge. This is what happened to the poor children. Raw, war, shell, a shell. The ladder, the snakes and ladders, the war we fight. When you lose three, okay? When you lose three, the raw in war, okay? Warns, raw warns. I don't know what it is, but you can play with this word. I see a lot in it. Omi. Naomi. Oh, that was her name, Naomi. M-O-N. Enash. Somehow, you see, I'm doing this project, Mr. Tackpans, and I know what I bump into is going to show me what the next move is from somebody else. The whole thing is I'll never catch it until the move has been done. We maybe just catch the last move. Maybe that would be the best. 2, 4, 2 and 4 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 and 4 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 6 is 12 is 20. 2 times 4 times 6 is 48. 48 is 84 equals 44 Barack Obama. This is the way I see it. This is the way I see the next couple of years. New World Order is going to try and fill up all the empty space in this lot. That's right, New World Order. They just put up a new trade center. They call it the One World Trade Center. The trade center, if you take a look, it's got slashes on the side of it. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I'm going to show you one more Rachel. And this Rachel is a special Rachel because it's from 1947 of September 15th to September 18th, 1947. Here to stay for 3 lonely days. 47 and 19 is 66. 66 we will work on. 3 times 66 is 198. 9 times 8 is 72. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 take away 2 is 7. 9 plus 7 is 7. 7 and 2 is 9. Did you follow the calculation? Here's another one. You know what? Maybe sometimes they say the Jews have money, but poor little guy, this one went, sorry, it was a daughter, 2 daughters, and they both passed on, Rochelle and Selma. Very, very big, very big. There's one other one that fell to the tragedy in a pool and drowned. It was very sad. Anyways, this is the Jewish cemetery here in St. Sophie. This is where I'm going to be buried, under the ground, obviously. I have to get my snorkel and my mask and see how it's going to go. Although I don't want the termites to come and get me, I'm sort of putting in my mind that I'm no longer in the body and I want the termites to eat my body and bring the information of what I did on this planet back into the ground so the earth can learn, so that someone should eat from the earth and learn from the wisdom of those who've passed on before them. We now have Raphael, 72, 86. We also have some showmen, Lightstone, some famous people. So what do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. What do we have? 100? 120 people in the cemetery? Not many people died. We're a small family. Well, we're trying to get bigger. We're trying to get bigger. Anyways, looks like a good place to golf, eh? Maybe I take out my golf club over here. What do you say? Is it time to play golf? You know, you hit a tombstone and you have to buy a flower or something. I don't know. And I don't have a girlfriend. Maybe I should check out these people. Oh, shit. This lady died. She's got a cute daughter. I'd call her up and give her the condolences, but give her the best part of me is when I unzip. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that. We just want to talk about this right now. Check this out. We're going to go into the trunk. See in the trunk? Okay. I got to wash my clothes. Made a big boo-boo this morning. There's Javel leaking all over. Well, here's my golf club. There we go. And here's my golf ball. Okay. And here's my club. Now I'm going to have to hit this ball and see there's all the tombstones. So we're going to see where it lands, and then I'll figure out maybe a numerological way of something that's coming in the future. So watch it. Here's the ball. I'm going to have to go towards them, right? So I'm going to have to turn and whoa, on one shot. There it goes. You see it? You see it? We're going to go find the ball now. See where it lands? Because don't you know how numerology works, and the zodiac and how people make predictions? It's what falls on top of your mind that brings you. We're in a different kind of world. Our brains are set up in the matrix. Okay? So if you think one way and see one thing, it's gonna tell you this is what you're gonna see next. See, I just picked up the ball, and I was on Gary C. Resler, Norman Resnikoff, Rosenberg, and Mordechai Amster. I have no idea who he is, but it said, sensitive and 17 years old, he's learned so much. Wow, isn't that terrible? Hey, look. What Pearl Bailey is that? She come from Hollywood. She died on October 19th, born on November 16th. Grandmother and sister. Sophie. Mary Zaritsky Shulman. Wow. That's one of my aunts. She was born in 1907. Died October 14th, 1988. Her brother-in-law was born in 1914 and died October 28th of 1988. Right here. And then I'm going to go to her. You know what's funny? Oh yeah. See this? See those two letters there? Pay none. Pay none. Who are we paying? I'd like to know who we're paying. Then we're going to go over here and then we're going to walk over here. Oh, look. Look at that. Look at that. What's that? Tim Hortons coffee. I want to show you something about Tim Hortons coffee. See the H? Okay, well, if you want to turn the phone over. Phone's too big. Hold on a second. I know you're with me still. See the H? It looks like P1 upside down. It looks like P1, which is actually the DNA, or 1D. Okay? It can also be 11 or an N, whatever you want to put to it. But if you follow the little line in the center, it seems to connect to the next three letters. H-O and R. O and R is gold. H-O-R is a whore. T-I-M is the mit. It is the time, the whore of time. Okay, so we're going to show you now that I showed you before. See here, it's October 28th. She died on the 14th. Born on the 13th, October 13th. Me and my grandfather are 9 days apart and 49 years. 48 years and 48 years and 356 days. 3, 5, and 6. 3 by 56 is 168. 68, man of 186. That's who I am. I am the man from the tunnel. I don't know who I am, but I'm trying to piece life together because I don't believe death exists. So how do I find it? You don't stop. Study the numbers. You study the letters. You look at the leaves. Everybody calls me crazy for doing that. Let me tell you one thing. Studying just like anything else. I study just like anybody else. I do just like anybody else. I'm good-hearted, just like all the good-hearted people, just like everybody else. And yet, I get pounded. Why are you doing that? You shouldn't do it. The only thing that can pound me, there's only one thing, and if I do it properly, and I have been doing it properly, no one can say a word. There should be love all around and caring, and I don't feel I have it. And I don't feel I have it from my doctor either. She's got to understand. People don't like to take pills. Doesn't she know there's an alternative medicine, that she's not the only one? But is she the only one with the last choice? That's retarded. Because I'm fine. I've been out of hospital for 8 years, went in for 3 weeks and 3 weeks. They said I was fine. Now they want to play with the chemicals again. Hey man, you want to play with my body and chemicals? You know what, just give me a joint and let me relax, because that's the only chemical I really want. You know how many people are on my side? There's more people on my side than there are psychiatrists in the world. In fact, I already spoke to 2 psychiatrists. In fact, I don't remember the names. Doesn't matter. They were in the family. And they told me the story of how it works. And that's the way it works. Anyways, Raphael, 7286, and the constellation of Pegasus, coming to you from the cemetery in Saint Sophie. I said what I had to say. I feel a lot better. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I do not like arguments because they're stupid. An argument should never exist. The only reason the argument exists is because the dilemma of the entire thing is that discussion was not proper. If you can't discuss properly, people raise their voice and turn it into an argument, when all arguments are actually loud discussions and one person not listening to the other. Right now, we've passed 10 minutes at the cemetery. That's my car. It's a really religious cemetery on the other side. Bless you all. Bless you all, my friends. Bless you all. You're all older than me, or most of you, but I'm still here. And I'm bringing life forward for all of you and for me. And I know you're not under the ground anymore because you're up in the sky. In fact, you may not even be up in the sky. You might be under the ground. Who knows where you are? Raphael, thank you for watching. 7286. Camera won't shut off.